Yo, we are back. The return of the Sporting Tribune today. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you. Hello, Adrian Hernandez here. You will find a new episode of the Sporting Tribune today every Friday right here on the Sporting Tribune YouTube channel. So turn on your notifications, leave a comment, hit the bell for the notifications to let you know when an episode drops. We're good to be back. We did our last episode in early December. Your boy kind of got busy with life and other circumstances, but we're glad to be back. Although, I'm going to be honest with you, looking at the scheduling, I feel like I could have done this a little bit better because we are in the middle of Super Bowl chaos, of course. Coming up next weekend will be the Super Bowl, which means this upcoming week is going to be Radio Row live from Mandalay Bay, as radio stations and media from across the globe will be in attendance. And we, for next week, will be bringing you some of the best things that we got from Radio Row and walking around Vegas with all the chaos and all the parties and all the celebrities and Taylor Swift and the Chiefs and the Niners and the Bay Area invading the Bay Area invading Las Vegas like they've done for previous Raiders and 49ers games now that they're here in Vegas. But it's going to be a spectacular weekend. If you've watched before, you know I have an agenda that I like to stress and pull for here on the show, which is that Las Vegas is the sports capital of the world. And here's our first true, it's not a test, but I have a feeling that this city, despite some of the weather, because it's going to be raining all week, but everything that Vegas is going to do this week, they're going to do it with their chest out. You know what I mean? They're going to do it with some bass in their voice. And I think it's going to be a weekend to remember, to introduce Las Vegas into that, how do I say it? How do I call it? Like those rotating cities that always get to host the Super Bowl. So you got Miami, you got New Orleans, you got LA, Houston, Tampa, sometimes they get it. Arizona is definitely in the mix too. And now Vegas. So it's a big weekend. We'll try to get you as much as we can. We're sending requests to everybody. We're not going to talk to everybody, but we're going to try. That's coming up next week. And for this week, weird scheduling and timing, like I said, because after the Super Bowl, to be honest, there's going to be a lull period. Like, I know the NBA playoffs are coming, but it's going to be NBA into baseball and the dog days of summer. But that's a good thing, because if this is your first time watching this show, here's the deal. This show takes many faces on what it can be from week to week, and it's always random, kind of intentional. We'll see if we can format it and give you a better scope of what to expect. But the main purpose of why I wanted to do this show and why this show gets brought to you is because I wanted to put a spotlight on the people that make the content, that write the stories, that go inside, that cover these teams for the Sporting Tribune. Because anybody can tweet out a number or what team lost or how many points this player scored, this, that, and the third. It is, it's something that anybody can do. But to find out the stories of these people, how they got to those positions, and why they think the way that they think when they critique or they give praise to the teams that they're covering and everything like that. I want you to get to know the people that are behind the coverage. I guess that's the best way to put it. Let you know the people behind the coverage. That's going to be like the little tagline. So that's one facet of the show. The other is we try to talk to the biggest names in sports, and that can range from anywhere. I have a love for professional wrestling. That's why I cover it for the Sporting Tribune outside of this, which is why for the first episode coming up here in a minute, Bianca Belair and Montez will be joining us. But we tried to talk to some of the biggest names in the world of sports. And hopefully next week will be the proof, as we will be again from Radio Row for the Super Bowl. But you can expect this show every Friday here on the YouTube page, youtube.com/sportingtrib, TRIB. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the notifications, leave a comment. Let us know how you feel about it, what you want to see here in the future. And yeah, this is it. Season 2. We heading into the dog days of summer, but before that, we got some chaos to cover. Super Bowl's next week. consider this episode your teaser to that, okay? And like I said, joining us now, the EST of the WWE, Bianca Belair, Montez Ford. Got a chance to talk to him multiple times last week because of the Royal Rumble and me going down to Tampa to cover it, which, by the way, shout out to Hyatt Hotel. That's hotelhyatt.com. If you're ever going to Tampa, Ybor, St. Pete, Clearwater, anyway, you're anywhere in there in South Florida, go check out Hotel Hyatt. They made it possible for us to bring you the Royal Rumble coverage, including what's coming up next. Like I said, Bianca Belair, Montez Ford, the faces of the WWE are now going outside of the WWE, a brand new reality series that is streaming right now, the entire season on Hulu. Today, this weekend is premiere weekend. We got the chance to talk to him all about it and some other stuff. You know what we do around here. This is Adrian Hernandez, and thank you for watching the Sporting Tribune today. Bianca and Montez, first off, I have to thank you as a member of the WWE universe, because the underrated part about this show coming to Hulu is the fact that now, for my partner and for those in my family that aren't interested about wrestling, like, they have something to tune in and watch. Are you guys ready to like expand the fan base outside of the WWE with this show?
Yes, that was the whole purpose of it. You know, I was someone that I was like, I would never do reality TV. And I learned to never say never, because once we were presented with this opportunity, honestly, we both jumped at it because we saw it as an opportunity to, you know, give the WWE universe insight into our life outside the ring, but also for people that aren't necessarily WWE fans or know much about wrestling, to show them like what it means to be a WWE superstar, what it takes, what it's like being husband and wife and going through it, and showing them that wrestling is cool, wrestling's dope, marriage is cool. And this is like, WWE has evolved so much, and it's a new meaning to WWE superstar. And this is what a WWE superstar looks like. So that was a huge goal of ours when it came to the show, was just to bring like our full authentic self to the table, but to get more people interested into wrestling and seeing that it's for everybody and it's cool.
Yeah, and honestly, the part that I was surprised with is like, look, you guys are busy enough. Like, Bianca, look at your schedule just this week. The cameras are always on you guys, right? But it's another thing to literally let them inside of your guys' houses. So I'm curious, like, how long was the thought process in talking this out and being like, you know what, let's go for it and let's do this?
You know, with everything we've actually done, it hasn't really been a talking process. It's just, we kind of give each other that look, and it's like, all right, we're going.
Every decision we made, moving in together, getting married, everything kind of just happened.
Just had that look, and it's like, all right,
this is what we're doing.
All right,
this is what we're doing.
The base of our stuff is kind of like what the show starts off with. I say it all the time, like, it's loving WWE. We don't just say love for no reason. Like, that's the foundation. So any decision we make or anything going forward or something we got to like come together with, is just usually a look. It's like,
there it is. No, when you know, you know. And Bianca, I want to ask you this question because, you know, obviously it's the beginning of the year, right? And for me personally, I wrote down some things that I wanted to do and how I wanted to treat other people and treat myself. And one of the big words on my list was grace and moving with grace, as a dad and just in life in general. And I have to tell you, last year at WrestleMania at the media junket, I was so impressed by you. I saw you for 4 hours talk to 100 million people, smiling the entire time, giving effort. And like I said, it's been a busy week for you. You guys are both faces of the company. Like, how do you move with grace? It is an extremely difficult thing to do.
I always feel like move with intention. If you're moving with intention, it's a lot easier to do. Have a why of why you do what you do. That's what pushes you through. And trust me, when, you know, filming this reality series on the road to WrestleMania, even at WrestleMania, we were still filming, and it's been nonstop, no days off. There are those days where you're just like, I am tired, I am exhausted. But you remember why you're doing what you're doing. Your why, it's what gives you a passion and what gives you a purpose, and that's what pushes me through. I mean, I'm blessed to do what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now, I never would have imagined that I would be doing this, being a WWE superstar, filming a reality series with my husband. So I just try to take every day as a blessing. And just try to move through life to be happy and try to make the most of what we have. And I feel like it'll be a slap in in God's face, or whoever you believe in, it's slap in their face to not use all your talents and be appreciative of them. But give yourself room for, when you are tired, like you got to rest.
No, 100%. And Montez, I was excited when I was like, yo, you're going to get to talk to you guys, because I know you've been a fan all your life. And before the end of last year, I went to a SmackDown in Phoenix, and you got to spend some time in the ring with John Cena. How was that experience? Because when I went into that building, I did not think I was going to see that night, but it happened. How was it for you?
I was the same way you felt. I didn't know that was going to happen. Yeah, it was amazing though. Like John Cena, man, I can sit here and talk about ages, years, times, and like how he's inspired me, inspired someone else, inspired someone I know, inspired someone that's still watching, inspired someone that's not in the wrestling realm. And he, to a lot of people, is the GOAT, man. Mm-hmm. And for me to have the opportunity to face someone I watched as a child and idolized as well, and like being on the same level as in like competing in a one-on-one match with him is unprecedented, man. And like, I just remember being there going like, I can't effing believe this is happening. You know what I'm saying? This little tadpole is running around in Chicago and North Carolina with these WWE championships is now in the ring with arguably, to some people, the greatest of all time. And it was just mind-blowing, man. And still to this day, I go back, because my pictures will pop up on my timeline on iPhone, and like I'll see it and I'll be like, Jesus, man, that happened, man. So like, it goes back to what she was saying. Like, you can smile and be of grace for 4 hours, because granted, to some people, it may be difficult or hard to, have media junkies for 4 hours. But when you look at the things that you get to do leading or after or before those media junkets, it makes everything worth the while, because you'll find yourself in the ring with John Cena.
Well, that was crazy for you.
I had 2 matches that night. I had a match with John. I had a match with Ray. I had a tag match with Ray. And then I had the match at the end of the night with John.
And the
same night. And like a lot of people, when I came back,
backstage,
it was like,
you were like,
it's like, so you wrestled Rey Mysterio and John Cena in the same night.
What's going on?
What's going on? I was like, well, they love me.
Hey, no, facts. And Bianca, way to gas up your husband, because like, yo, you need to take time to take note that like in your journey, it's so busy, but you've gotten to do these things. And I know you guys got to talk to a million other people, so I want to close this out with the speed round. Are you both ready?
Oh man, speed.
I'm off with speed round.
All right, Bianca, the name of the show is Love in WWE, and the poster for the show that Hulu released to the world, were they homages to Love and Basketball and Brown Sugar? Yes or no?
Of course, we love D'Angelo. Okay? Brown Sugar.
Annihilate them.
Huh?
Yeah. We're talking about the movie.
Love and Basketball.
Yeah, but D'Angelo made an album called in the song called
that
Brown
was
Sugar.
a soundtrack.
Yeah. You see, we got it. Montez, how does it make you feel that my son now refers to you as Miles Morales because he saw you jump off the Elimination Chamber?
Oh, wow. I almost cried. Honestly, like, man, I think Miles is the greatest Spider-Man of all time. So
you're Miles Morales.
The fact that I'm getting compared to him by your son, oh man, that's a feat I can't top, man. And my son, he's the same way. He loves Miles Morales and it's the way I see kids look at Miles and see like how incredible these Spider-Man movies are. They really are groundbreaking, and how they're changing the culture and changing these little boys' minds and seeing the insight. And the fact that I'm getting compared to this is, I'm good. I'm good for the rest of my life, man.
You in good company. Bianca, you don't have to tell me what the plans are, but are the WrestleMania entrance plans in motion? Yes or no?
They are. I just don't know what they are yet. I haven't thought of anything yet, but I will.
All right, we're going to close them out with 2 more. Montez, could Cat Williams be a manager in the WWE?
120 million %. You know why? Because he knows, and he probably doesn't like my allegiance with losers is not the thing that I should be doing. You know what I'm saying? So he's very big on that. So yes, he definitely could.
All right, we got to close this out because I have to get packed to go to Tampa, just like you guys. Last one. The show premieres February 2nd. Shortly after is Valentine's Day. So, Bianca, for the fellas in the WWE universe, could you give them some tips on how to move for Valentine's Day?
Know who your woman is and know what she likes. Give her a gift that she wants, not a gift that you want to give her. Know her love language. If you know her love language, follow that. Do something that she wants to do. Every woman don't want Birkins and everything. You might have a simple woman, every woman, she might want a little picnic.
Are gift cards okay? Gift cards, yes or no?
No, that is no thought process. I get on Angelo Dawkins about this all the time. He wants to buy gift cards for every holiday, for everyone. I'm like, no, put some thought into it. But you know what? If your woman like gift cards, give her a gift card. Just know who your woman is. Know her love language.
There it is. You can expect all those tips and more on Love WWE, premiering February 2nd on Hulu. Bianca, Montez, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
See you at Rumble.